It was the beginning of summer. The trees were in leaf and sunshine sparkled on the stream. The mill wheel turned in the cool shadows of the riverbank. Inside the mill, Dusty Dogwood was busy grinding the corn for the mice at Brambly Hedge. In the kitchen, his wife Poppy was even busier.
Soon. It's time for the baby's nap.
I'm doing my best. Oh, Poppy, we've got visitors.
Visitors? Now. Did you know that there are 92 stairs up to your kitchen? Oh, is it really that many, Primrose?
However do you manage?
I have to say, Lady Daisy, it's difficult going up and down with all 3 babies. I find I get so tired.
That's better.
Which one is this? Rose or Buttercup?
That's Rose.
I have Buttercup.
Oh, so this must be Pipkin. There.
I can't wait until their naming day.
Yes.
It's only 2 days away. So much to do.
Try not to worry, Poppy. We're all here to help you.
I can come back later to help bath the babies if you like. Oh, thank you, Primrose. That would be lovely. Oh, dear.
After Primrose and her mother left, Dusty got on with the business of the day.
Quiet, Dusty. You'll wake the babies.
As he walked the familiar route to the store stump, Dusty thought about Poppy and couldn't help worrying a little.
Wow! That's clever, Mr. Apple.
Why, thank you, Wilfred.
Poppy's babies will love it. Hello.
Hello, Dusty.
Hello, Mr. Apple. Hello, Wilfred.
How are those babies of yours?
Noisy, but they're great fun. Oh, Poppy is not so happy, though.
I expect she's tired. 3 babies is a real pawful.
Yes, and living in the mill doesn't help. It's noisy, dusty, and damp.
And there are 92 stairs up to the kitchen.
Are there really? How did you know?
I counted them.
Well, I'd best be getting back to see if there's anything I can do to help.
I wish we could help Poppy.
I'm going to make us something to cheer her up. Could I have some wood, please, Mr. Apple?
Of course, Wilfred. Oh, dear. I've used it all. But I know where we can find some more. Come with me.
Oh, what is this place?
It's called May Blossom Cottage.
I've never even noticed it before. And we must have passed it lots of times.
Oh, it's been empty for years. I've been using it to keep my wood dry. Now then, how much wood do you need, Wilfred?
Does this cooker still work?
I expect so. Used to be very cosy when my aunt lived here.
Your aunt lived here, Grandpa.
How big is it?
Well, my aunt's bedroom was above this room. And then I think there's another nice-sized room above that. And if I remember correctly, it goes up into the tree for several stories. I hadn't really thought about it before, but there's quite a lot of space.
Oh, wouldn't it be nice if we could clean it up for Poppy and Dusty and the babies?
You know something, Primrose? That's a wonderful idea.
Yes! I wish I'd thought of it.
We could clean it up and paint it.
Yes, and give it to Poppy as a surprise on naming day.
Naming day? But that's the day after tomorrow. There's so much work to be done.
Yes, but we can do it.
We'll get everyone to help.
Well, I suppose we could.
Mr. Apple, is that you in there?
Dusty, come on in.
Ah, I thought I heard your voices. Poppy sent me out to see if you got any rusks at the store stump. The babies are teething and...
No problem, Dusty. But first, we have something to ask you.
What if we cleaned up this cottage and painted it?
Would you and Poppy and the babies like to live here?
Are you serious?
Completely.
Why, that would be wonderful. It would make all the difference. I must go and tell Poppy.
No! We mustn't tell Poppy.
We mustn't. We think it should be a surprise. Yes, of course. That's even better. But you know, keeping such a big secret from her isn't going to be easy.
You just leave it to us.
The next day, Primrose and Lady Daisy took Poppy and the babies to a shady place along the hedge. Primrose told Poppy they'd chosen it because it was nice and quiet, the perfect spot to do the sewing. But they'd really chosen it because it was far away from Operation May Blossom Cottage. The hedge was bursting with activity. Mr. Apple was in charge of repairs, and Mrs. Apple was in charge of cleaning. Mrs. Crostybread was in charge of making a special cake for the surprise party.
Now then. I'll need 3 candles, won't I? A blue one for Pipkin, a pink one for Rose, and a yellow one for Buttercup. Perfect.
And Mr. and Mrs. Toadflax and Basil were in charge of delivering the whitewash.
Oh, good. Here's the whitewash. Now, why don't you take it on upstairs?
That's a very good idea. I'll wait down here. Here's the whitewash.
Nice and thick. Just the way you wanted it, Pip.
Thank you. As soon as we've painted the walls, we can start to fetch the furniture from the mill.
Oh, how can we do that without Poppy knowing?
Don't worry. Primrose and I have thought of a plan.
And I believe she and Lady Daisy are carrying it out as we speak.
It must be really hard looking after 3 babies. Yes, but I'm loving every minute of it. And I've had an idea which I think will help. I just wish there wasn't so much to do in so little time. We're only halfway through their naming day gowns, and they've still got to finish their quilts. But Poppy, that's what my idea is about.
Yes. Why don't you and the babies come and stay at the Old Oak Palace tonight? Then we can help you with the sewing.
And tomorrow, I can help you dress the babies for naming day. Oh, that's such a kind offer. So, will you come? Are you certain we wouldn't be too much trouble?
Oh, we would love you to come. In fact, I'm counting on it.
Well then, yes please. What do you say, Buttercup?
Now, why don't you and Primrose go to the mill to collect whatever you need while I look after the babies?
Come on, Poppy. I'm coming. I'm so glad you're going to stay because I really, really, really wanted to help dress the babies, but...
Oh! Hi, Primrose. Oh, hello, Poppy.
Hello, Wilfred. You look as if you've been painting. And isn't that Dusty's hammer?
Yes.
You've been making the babies a present, haven't you, Wilfred?
I have. Oh, yes, I have. And I borrowed this hammer from Dusty. I'll return it soon, I promise.
Oh, I won't worry about that, Wilfred. I shouldn't think he needs it at the moment.
No. Well, bye.
I can't imagine what he'd be making that would take so much paint. You never know with Wilfred. He's very creative, you see.
Hello there.
Oh, hello, Basil. Oh, I see you've been painting as well.
Yes?
Have you been decorating, Basil?
Decorating? Oh, yes, decorating. One of my favourite things, decorating. Bye.
Bye, Basil. I wish I had the time to decorate the mill. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that now. Look, here we are. Let's hope we don't run into anyone else covered in paint. Dusty.
Hello, Primrose.
He's covered in paint as well. And why are you measuring that old table?
I just wondered how big it is.
It's no use, Dusty. I'm afraid you'll have to tell her.
Tell her?
Yes, you'll have to tell her about the table. The table? The thing is, it's meant to be a surprise. Oh, then don't say any more. I love surprises.
Good. Well, I'd better go now. See you later.
Now, what do you need for tonight? Well, I'll need these blankets, and all 3 baskets, and extra clothes, and nappies, and... oh, Primrose, I'm sorry. It was so very kind of you and your mother to invite us for the night, but I honestly don't think I can face all that packing.
I'll help.
No, but there's so much tidying up to do.
But, Poppy...
No, I really must stay here tonight after all. But thank you so much for offering. I really appreciate it. Where are you going? To fetch the babies. I have a feeling your mother may have had enough of them by now. Mama? Why don't you stay here and rest, and I'll ask Mama to bring them back. Are you sure? Yes, and then you can get on with your sewing. Yes. And when we get back, I'll help with everything. Thank you, Primrose. Mama! The plan's going all wrong. Mama? Oh, I've taken the babies back to the palace. Oh, good. That gives me time to tell everyone what's happening. Listen, everyone! Poppy won't go to the old oak palace.
What?
Oh, I was afraid that might happen. Now how are we going to move the furniture?
Dusty, why don't you go to the mill and try to make her change her mind?
How?
Oh, I'm sure you'll think of something, dear.
I'll come with you.
And so will I. Oh, thanks. I have a feeling I'll need all the help I can get. Poppy? Pop? Oh, look. Should we wake her?
No, Wilfred. We can't.
It's the first sleep she's had in days.
If Poppy's here, how are we going to move the furniture? Oh, dear. We can't.
Oh, no.
Mayblossom Cottage was sparkling clean and beautifully painted. The mice were very pleased with their work. All that was needed now was Dusty and Poppy's furniture. But as long as Poppy was asleep in the flour mill, there was little chance the mice could move anything without her knowing. So Wilfred, Primrose and Dusty came up with the only possible solution.
Do you think she'll mind going to sleep in one place and waking up somewhere else?
I hope not. We're here. Mama!
Oh, my goodness, what happened?
Not to worry, Lady Daisy. She's just sleeping. This was the only way we could get her out of the mill.
What? Down all those stairs?
Oh, what a lovely sleep. Oh, where am I?
It's all right, my love, it's all right. You're at the old oak palace. It just seemed easier to bring you here than to move the babies.
Oh, but I was going to... Oh, I need to...
You're just in time for tea.
then. Who wants more mashed nettle? No! I wonder if that means yes.
No, just look at them. Have you been good little mice?
They couldn't have been better, little treasures.
And now that you're settled here, I'm going to tidy up at the mill and make sure everything's organised for tomorrow.
Oh, will you?
Of course. Now, you get on with what you have to do, but don't wait up for me. You'll need all the rest you can get for tomorrow. Bye-bye, Rose, and Buttercup, and little Pipkin.
Say bye-bye, Dada.
Oh!
I can't believe it, but that worked.
So, what do we do now?
I'll stay here to help Poppy. Wilfred, you can go with Dusty.
Are we going to move the furniture now?
No, not quite yet. I think it would be best to wait until after dark. See you later, Primrose. And thanks.
From now on, it should be easy.
Later that evening, after dark, the great furniture moving operation began. At the old oak palace, as Primrose helped finish the sewing, she wondered how Wilfred and the other mice were getting on.
I finished this quilt.
Well done, Primrose.
Thank you very much. Oh, it's so lovely and peaceful here. No mill wheel grinding, no flour sacks thumping, no... What was that? Nothing. Just tidying up outside. Whew, I'm tired.
I think we had best be getting to bed. We've got a big day tomorrow. The babies will be waking you up before first light.
How well I know it. And thank you both again. I can't believe we finished the sewing with time to spare.
Many paws make light work.
And it's amazing what you can do when the babies are asleep.
Very early the next morning, all the mice gathered beneath the hawthorns for the naming ceremony. Primrose was particularly pleased because Poppy and Dusty asked her to hold Rose. She stood proudly in between her friends as the old vole recited the naming day poem.
The buds on the branches blossom and flower, the blackbirds sing in the leafy bower, and over the hill comes the rising sun to shine on the fields and on you, little one.
Oh, that was lovely.
We name you Rose. We name you Buttercup. And we name you Piccoli.
It doesn't seem that long ago that we were here naming your Daisy.
Mama, the cottage is all ready. But how are we going to get Poppy into it?
Well now, Primrose. Oh dear. It's raining. Whoa! Poppy, quick! You don't want the babies to get wet in their lovely new gowns.
Oh dear. She's going the wrong way. Poppy!
Poppy! Over here, dear. Come and shelter in this cottage doorway.
There's not enough room out here. Why don't you go in?
When Poppy entered the cottage, she looked around. Garlands of flowers hung from newly washed beams, and bright china that looked rather familiar was arranged on the dresser's shelves.
Oh, it's so cozy. But wait, isn't that our old table the one Dusty was measuring?
Let's look around.
Leaving Primrose in charge of the babies, Poppy and Dusty climbed the stairs.
There are only 20 stairs to the nursery here.
Dusty led the bewildered Poppy to a small room that was warm and bright. Fresh curtains hung at the windows, and beneath them stood 3 little cots, each with its own embroidered quilt.
But Dusty, how could... Is
Yes. This is our house, with love from all our friends in Brambly Hedge.
Oh, Dusty! I can't believe it.
Surprise!
Oh, thank you. Thank you all so much.
We hope you'll be happy here, my dear.
Oh, Grandmother, we shall. We shall.
Who wants some of my special naming day punch? Very good, if I do say so myself.
I'm certainly happy to offer another opinion.
You can't have a naming day without Basil's punch.
See? We told you there was a surprise. And I do love surprises.
Thanks to Mrs. Crostybread, there was plenty to eat and drink. Cowslip and violet salads, rose petal sandwiches, primrose pottage and meadowsweet tea. But the highlight of the surprise party was, of course, Mrs. Crostybread's cake.
Now then, everybody, it's time to cut the cake.
While the babies played on the floor, the mice of Brambly Hedge celebrated their naming day.
Who's? Aren't you a little charmer?
Actually, Basil, this is Buttercup.
Equally charming.
Before long, the food had all been eaten. The punch had all been drunk. And as for the stars of the show...
Primrose? Wilfred, could you help me? Of course.
I'll take Pipkin. 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, hey, Primrose, you were right. 20 stairs.
Of course I was right. I can't count, Wilfred. When these babies grow up, I hope they'll be as wonderful as you two.
Well, I don't know if that's possible.
Wilfred? Shh. I think we'd better go back downstairs. The babies are asleep in their lovely new nursery.
Then let me propose a toast to the babies.
To Rose, Buttercup and Pipkin.
And their new home.
And as everyone drank to Poppy and Dusty's babies, they slept soundly in their new room, snuggled under their new quilts, dreaming their first dreams in their new house.